Earned points at Rocky Mountain Raceway.
Very good. What's your best time?
An 8:90.
Right on. If you're a nut for NASCAR, keep listening. The Race Zone radio show is ready for you. Here's a behind-the-scenes look.
Jimmy Johnson in that Hendricks car is leading. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is a close second behind him. Also, Jeff Gordon has moved his way up into third.
Whether they're on location or in studio,
Hey, big show tonight. Tony Stewart, we're going to talk about him.
Shane Beck and his co-hosts love to get revved up about racing. Race Zone runs Thursday nights from 7 to 9 p.m. on 1280 a.m. The idea was sparked by a friend at RMR who suggested Shane Beck start his own racing radio show.
It kind of fell on deaf ears at that time. I really didn't think it would do very well. Then as I got thinking about it a little bit more, I thought, well, what do I got to lose?
Now the show turns motorheads into motor mouths.
We want to hear from you tonight. We'll open up the phone lines later on in the program.
To let more people know about what we have and also give fans a place to vent their frustrations weekly about national and local racing.
They update scores and standings, but also mix it up with current events and even controversy.
Is that move, though, what Tony Stewart has done, any different than what any other driver has ever done, though?
Jim Cooksey doesn't only talk racing, he lives it. Jim drives the Channel 2 modified car owned by Shane's company, Beck Motorsports.
This is probably the best high I've ever had in my life right here, and it lasts the longest.
The show features a variety of guests.
Been out there all day today. The summer sun really just takes a beating on you.
The first hour focuses on national racing, while the second hour is devoted to local competition. And Race Zone has shown it's on the right track.
It started on a little island on a Sunday, a little hour show. And naturally we just started growing, proved out a worthy product and a good talk show. And it just took off from there. And now we went to a Tuesday night, and now we're on a Thursday night.
Shane says Rocky Mountain Raceway is a favorite spot for speed.
Kenny Schrader, when he come and raced here, he went and ranked Rocky Mountain Raceway as a top 10 facility for a short track in the country.
And when you tune into Race Zone from 7 to 9 Thursday nights on 1280 a.m., there's never a shortage of racy topics to talk about.
The way NASCAR markets their product has just really made it appealing. Cars, everybody loves cars, Ford, Chevrolet, Dodge. Everybody loves the thrill of speed and horsepower.
For 22 years, Paul's Automotive has been taking care of your automotive servicing needs.
Handling characteristics, yet it's a more comfortable car.
Great. Well, we're going to come back and take a closer look at some of these cars. Oval racing is a sport that's really catching on here in Utah. And Motorworld joined the owner of the Channel 2 car, Shane Beck. And we took a ride around the track with his driver, Jim Cooksey.
Shane Beck owns and operates an oval track car for the KUTV News racing team. It started out as just a hobby in 1991, but in 1996, with the support of local businesses like KUTV, it became one of the biggest, fastest, and best-known oval racing teams in Utah.
Trying to set the car up, doing hot laps, see how the car's handling, make a few minor changes, try to improve it. That's about all.
So what's the next step?
Next step was one more practice session, see making minor changes has helped. If it hasn't, we'll come back and make another minor one, and then hopefully it'll work for the heat races.
What's the conditions out there today?
Greasy and slick.
Car's running nice and cool. Driver's getting a little warm though. Does that make it slick, the hot asphalt out there? Yeah, it's really hard to get a hold of it. You can't get any bite coming off the corner. You got to be real gentle on the accelerator when you come off and gentle on the brakes on the entry.
She says I thought it'd get better as soon as I let her into my heart. And it only get better as soon as I let her out of my heart.
What was the burn on that last one? Are you gonna check?
Still haze in this tire, look at it. Not good. We tried some different adjustments and trying to make it a little better, and sometimes you make adjustments, you go the wrong way, other times you get lucky and go the right way. But we're getting there. Wait till the show starts, then the bumping starts.
It's very tough, actually. You know, you come in, especially here at Rocky Mountain Raceway, it seems like this year, especially with the engine change, going from virtually an unlimited motor to a crate engine, which is pretty much a spec engine, cars are a lot tighter. And so we're putting more emphasis on chassis design, a lot more into handling of the car, and trying to find parts that are lighter in weight, rotating weight, to make the car faster, because there isn't a whole lot we can do with engines now like we were able to do a year ago or 2 years ago. We have to constantly adjust. We have to constantly adjust from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 9 o'clock at night when it's about 10 degrees, 15 degrees cooler on track temperature. And so we're constantly changing the outside circumference of the tires to the inside circumference of the tires. We want about a 2-inch spread between the right and the left side.
But we are still look at those.
I come from Iowa, that's my home, and we have more racetracks there per capita than any other state in the union. And what I like to tell people is that if you take Iowa and Utah and you flip-flop skiing and racing, that tells the whole story. You know, the cars are actually under the skin. You take out the motor and they're identical. They're all hand fabricated. They're not really Fords and Chevys and Dodges. They're race cars with a Ford type, Chevy type, Dodge type engine. It's really not a manufacturer's war anymore. People are starting to turn around and say, oh, the drivers are athletes now. But I say they're a lot more than an athlete. They're like an F-14 pilot flying off a carrier. It's not a bunch of guys with a couple of beers and driving around and bashing into each other in a cornfield someplace. It's very sophisticated.
Don't let me die alone tonight. Don't let me die alone. Who's to blame for my death? She wonders why. As she sits alone in pain, why
goes out and isn't very good, he comes to me. He wants to know why we did what we did, how we did it, why the car doesn't respond like we think it should respond. You want to be able to run with the guys in the front. We'll make another change, and that'll probably put us right where we need to be.
You got a car?
Well, women go for the driver. They think they're the ones with all the money, I guess.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be getting the chicks without you, right?
That's right. Yeah, we're just behind the scenes. Keep the car rolling.
The 2 News anchors and 2 News driver Jim Cooksey were part in the racing community this year. The oval track is just the beginning. There's talk of drag racing in the future at KUTV, and the team plans to be at the head of the pack.
Hey, welcome back. Now, wasn't that great fun? Well, I am